Next up on the channel, we're looking at the Avengers Wave Puff Adder Build-A-Figure Molecule Man, on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
So I'm out there, action figure fans. Way I Got It Figured back with another Marvel Legends review. This time we're looking at Molecule Man from the Avengers Puff Adder Build-A-Figure Wave. This figure is the last figure from the wave that I intend on getting, at least at full price. I picked this guy up at Walmart, and him being a big Secret Wars character, a big Avengers kind of character, also Fantastic Four, he has a lot of ties to many of the heroes that I collect in Marvel Legends, so I decided to pick him up. He seemed like he was harder to find than the other ones. At first I was sort of on the fence about getting him, but I ran into him, so I went ahead and picked him up. So we're going to do the normal thing. We're going to look at the packaging, look at the figure, pose him around a little bit, see what we can discover about the mold, get some final thoughts, and get you back on your way. So starting with the packaging, we've got Molecule Man in the plastic-free packaging. Some Mike Deodato artwork there. I think this is stuff from Dark Avengers, because he was in there. Got your Avengers logo. It is the 60th anniversary of the Avengers, so we're celebrating that all year long. You got your cross cell. Molecule Man looks like he comes with the left leg of Puff Adder. Then on the back, as you can indeed see, got the left leg, got some fisted hands, and some power effects. So let's get them out and see what we're dealing with. So we've got Molecule Man on the turntable, and what you will notice right off the bat is he is sharing parts with the Wonder Man figure, the same wave. So these are new parts. They're pinless, so he has pinless legs, pinless arms, but they are they're the same legs, the same boots, and the same arms as the Wonder Man figure. So lest someone think I don't know what I'm saying, you can see Wonder Man's arms here. In the video I did with him, I removed the bangles. And here's the boots. You can see it's the same legs, same pinless legs, same boots. So we are getting some reuse in this set, even if it's new parts. And I'm not really saying there's a problem with that. I actually like that Wonder Man is still, well, okay, he's about the same size. So Owen Reese used to be portrayed in the comics as kind of a small, mousy, kind of nerdy dude with a lot of power. But in more recent interpretations, more recent times of his appearances, he has a definitely more, you know, he's less small, he's bigger. And this seems to be following along those lines. So Owen Reese, the Molecule Man, first appeared in the Fantastic Four. I forget what issue, but he was immensely powerful. He could, you know, manipulate the molecules, the matter, down to the molecules of anything, as long as it was inorganic matter. Later, you find out that really he could manipulate any matter, but he had a mental block preventing him from using his powers fully. He got mixed up with the Beyonder and Secret Wars 2. Of course, he was in the original Secret Wars 2, and he played heavily into Jonathan Hickman's 2015 Secret Wars series, where he helped preserve and rebuild the multiverse as sort of like the engine that made Dr. Doom's Doom world go. So, you know, character with a lot of history, rich history. Like I said, the artwork shows the times when he was in Dark Avengers, when Norman Osborn was kind of running things, and there's a lot of history with the character still. He's a classic Marvel villain. So as you can see, his accessories are the fisted hands, and they're regular hands, which is kind of cool. So when you need, you know, some skin hands to put on another Marvel Legends character who needs to punch, you know, as long as it's a white guy, you can just go ahead and stick these Owen Reese hands on him. And of course, he's got the power effects similar to the Silver Surfer, except they're deep purple. And then looking at the figure up close, he's got a nice portrait by Paul Harding, no doubt. You kind of see his work really in almost anything he does now. And then I also like that he has these clutching hands. I should have brought a cosmic cube out. So these are the same hands that the Red Skull has, who in the recent villain wave, he has these hands. And so you can give Owen Reese the cosmic cube. You can, in fact, at one time he was a cosmic cube. Yeah, so like I said, he's got a lot of history. He is tied into the cosmic cube as well at a point in his history. So it's fitting that he can, you know, grip a cosmic cube. So his articulation is going to be the standard Marvel Legends articulation. I don't really want to waste a lot of time on it because it's standard. We can see the limits of it based on the skirt he's kind of wearing, about the same as Wonder Man, but it's a good range. There's no loose pieces. There's no, in fact, they're actually incredibly tight as arms. So you can get some good poses with him, even if he's not, you know, he's not a hand-to-hand combatant or anything. But he is a pretty decent figure, and he poses well. Let me get him in some poses, and then we'll get on to final thoughts. So here's about as energetic a pose as you're likely to get out of Molecule Man. He's got his powers manifesting on his fists. And, you know, he can do a lot. He's very powerful, extremely powerful. When I think about who's in the wave, he might be the most powerful character in the wave. So, who we got? We got some fairly heavy hitters. We got Molecule Man, Baron von Strucker, Yelena Belova, Wonder Man, Orb, and Ultimate Captain America. I would say out of everybody in this wave, he is by far the most powerful. He's a very powerful character. I would say Wonder Man is like kind of like a distant second to what Owen Reese can do. So yeah, nice pose. Again, he's not Spider-Man. I'm not going to spend a bunch of time posing him. So we'll move on to final thoughts. All right, final thoughts on Marvel Legends, Avengers, Puff Adder, Build-A-Figure Wave, Molecule Man. You know, he's a pretty good figure. He's got new parts, new tooling. I don't remember if he's even ever made an appearance in the line. I didn't mention that. I don't think he's had. I think this is the first time they've done him. unless it was Toy Biz maybe. I have to look that up, but he hasn't been seen in a long while either way. And so to get new parts and everything like that is kind of cool. He is sharing parts with Wonder Man, as I showed, but he's a classic villain. You know, if you're gonna have an Avengers display, he needs to go on there. If you're gonna have a Fantastic Four display, he can go on there. You know, he's part of the upper echelon in a sense of power villains, even if he's sort of more to the month. And so I am glad to have him in my collection. I'm gonna give him a solid 8 out of 10 for the new parts. There's not a lot to him. He does have power effects. That's good. They didn't just, you know, not give him anything. He's got extra hands. That's cool. And his portrait, as ever, Paul Harding sort of puts out really excellent portraits. So I'm going to give him an 8. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you're not new to the channel, certainly leave a comment. Let me know what your experience with Molecule Man is, how you feel about this figure, and any other thing you want to talk about. We have several G.I. Joe Classified videos on the way. I also have a top 10 video coming, should be this weekend, and we're gonna keep rolling on with some new content in terms of, you know, things that are not reviews, new lines that I've not reviewed before, things like that. So I got a lot coming up, so please rock with me on that. And either way, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, everybody stay safe. Peace.
The way I got it figured.